All right, guys, it's here. OMG. And I hardly use OMG. But guys, let me just tell you, in the next coming months and year, this one video that I'm doing right now is going to impact a lot of us. So we've got the 60-volt mower, okay? Power without compromise is their statement here. They've got the Vortex Technology, a personal pace auto drive system, the recycler cutting system with a 22-inch deck. All right, but let's not waste your time. Let's go ahead and snap our fingers and get our unboxing done. And there it goes. There it goes, man. Oh my God. 60-volt max flex force. And this beast has the Vortex technology in it. All right, so this is the one. This is the one. Now look at these wheels. I mean, beast. Wow. It's got that personal pace auto drive system. They are known for. There goes your battery, your 6 amp hour battery, your charger, your bagger, your instruction manual, and that's the safety plug. Okay, if you don't want the kids playing with your mower. I love that. I love that. Wow. Guys, this is going to be fun. Well, guys, competition is definitely heating up. And you know what? That's really good for all of us, to be honest with you. Hey, Toro has been around since 1914. That's over 100 years. You know, so they've got a lot of experience with that. Now, I'll tell you, this Flex Force 60-volt system that they've come up with, this is a game changer from what I believe at first glance, right? And I believe that moving forward. I'm pretty excited. Look, this mower is not going to have everything I would want, but it's got a lot of nice features. And at the end of the day, the key thing is, does this thing cut a lawn to a nice cut? That's the key thing, right? Now, this unit sells for $499 at Home Depot. So you're asking yourself, what makes this specific mower unique? Well, first of all, let me just say Toro has a reputation. Toro's cut quality with their recycler system, okay? And then the Time Master series, you know, there are a ton of people that follow Toro. Hey, and by the way, if you're a big Toro fan, do me a favor, you know, definitely post a note in the comments. Let me know what mower you have, okay? But let's go ahead and go over some key features. So the first key feature with this specific unit is it's got a 22-inch deck, and I'm going to talk more about that, okay? So not a 20, not a 21, but a 22-inch deck. Now, another key feature is their Vortex airflow system that promotes airflow and that will lift the blades of grass, all right? And this is this here, right here. Does this work? That's the question, right? I mean, I'm going to put this to the test and see, do I get a better cut? I'm going to cut maintenance cut grass, and I'm also going to cut just a little bit higher to kind of see, you know, does that really make a difference? The other key feature here is the 60-volt Flex Force battery system that supports a bunch of tools and more to come. All right, this exact mower won Popular Mechanics Edit Choice in June of 2021, which is this month. Okay, so let's take some time and do a closer look at the unit. So the first thing I want to look at is the deck, right? This system supports mulching and bagging. Did you not see that it doesn't have a side discharge, right? So something that when I picked it up, I'm like, wait a minute. On the website, it says side discharge. It says mulch, bag, and side discharge. And that actually says it on Home Depot and Toro's website. So they might want to go ahead and fix that. But the reason why they did it is really to create this 22-inch 14-gauge steel stamped deck to create such airflow, all right? And the Vortex system, this technology, actually brings in more air, all right? And what that does is it actually lifts up the blades of grass for that better cut. Does that work? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But watch this video real quick on the Vortex airflow technology.
Hood scoops and air intakes are nothing new to sports cars, but it took the engineers at Toro to bring exclusive Vortex technology to the high-performance Toro Recycler lawnmower. The Vortex Technology turbo boosts the air whirling inside the deck and maximizes the cutting, recycling performance, and bagging efficiency. The more airflow, the more vacuum effect beneath the cutting deck. This suction causes grass to stand up straight. Then, our atomic blade cuts cleanly through the grass, and the clippings are pulled into the swirling mini tornado under your Toro mower, so the blade can slice and dice them again and again. The Vortex technology option on recycler mowers drives the fine clippings evenly down into the turf below for it to feed on those clippings, which are like vitamins for your lawn. It's a full-blown, custom performance option on recycler.
All right, another feature that they're touting with this specific mower is this brushless motor with 3 phases with Run Smart onboard intel. They say it optimizes the RPMs and workload in real time, and they say this also maximizes the battery life. Again, we'll see, right? I mean, if we hit thicker patches of grass, then our motor's probably going to rev up. Now, by the way, this mower comes with a key, right? And this is an electric key. Now, I don't know, this almost looks like this comes out, but it probably doesn't. You don't want to lose this, because if you do, you won't be able to start the mower. Okay, but basically this actual key goes right into here. All right, and once it's in there, you'll be able to start the mower. You'll need to press this key after you pull back the bar. That's how that works. I'll leave that in there for now. Now, another real key feature, and something that people follow Toro for, is this personal pace auto drive system. Now, I'm not able to get specs yet, and I'm working on it as far as the speeds, right? Because we always like to know the speeds. You know, the thing about our channel is detail, right? But basically, how this works is while you are mowing, and let me zoom out, all right? But while you're mowing, you can grab onto this handle, and you know, while you're going forward, you're not going to use this to go back and forth. Let me just tell you now, this is what you're going to use to go back and forth if you're in a spot where you're just mowing a certain section. But when you're doing those long runs, the harder you push this, the faster the mower goes. If you just push it a little bit, it'll go slow, and if you push it all the way, it'll go to full speed. They've been using this system for a very long time. It has been very successful with them, and so that's another key feature. All right, let's take a look at the battery. Now, guys, I'll tell you right off the bat, they've got a handle. I mean, that's awesome. And the battery is, you know, just made to be dropped in and pulled out. Okay, so I love that. You've got your fuel gauge, 25, 50, 75, and 100. So you do have that, which is nice. I'm in the sun, so we'll see how that works out. Okay, this is a 6 amp hour battery. All right, 60 volt. They also list the watt hours there, which is interesting. This also comes in a 7.5 amp hour. Then it goes down to a 4 amp hour, 2.5 amp hour, and a 2 amp hour. Again, nice. Putting it in, you know, you got to hold this up here, and you take your battery. You can see in there, it's going to just fit one battery. Push it in, lock it in place, and want you to know there's extra space for the larger batteries. So they thought of that. And then your eject button is right here. All you do is push this in, pull it out, and boom, there you go. Let's take a look at the charger and get a close look at the charger. So the one thing I'm impressed with so far, and just visually, is it's got ventilation here. It's got ventilation on the bottom, which is nice. You know, they're thinking long term. It's got ventilation on the top, and it's got a simple red and green light system. Okay, fan turns on when you're charging. Right after this, we'll go ahead and plug this in and show you what that looks like. The other thing I like too is they put that nice base on there, right? Now this is a standard charger, so this is a 2 amp charger. They also make this in a 5.4 amp as well. Now this is mountable. First of all, it's got some real nice rubber on the bottom. You can tell it's a lot of good quality, okay? But in the back, it is mountable. So depending on how you want to mount it, they've given you 2 options with the measurements, which is nice. So there is a nice look at the charger. All right, guys, I'm here with Brooklyn. We're just going to go ahead and plug in the charger and put the battery in and kind of see, you know, for the first time what this looks like and how it sounds and things. Very simple, but we always do this in our videos. This is a 2 amp charger. They also make a 5.4 amp, which sells for about $109. This is about an $80 charger. This is the 6 amp hour battery. It is noted to take 150 minutes to charge with this combination. Let's take a look. So we do have a flashing light. All right, the fan came on. All right. The battery meter on the battery stays off while it's charging, but you can press it and see I have 50% charge. All right, 2 bars there. It does have some nice fans on the charger, so it seems like it'll actually cool it while it's charging. When I took this out of the box, you just had to put the handle on. So all I did was really screw in this bolt here and the bolt on the other side, and the handle was in. This has 2 positions, okay? And, you know, I'm not going to go crazy and do some videos on this thing, but basically when you turn this knob and you turn the knob over here, you can actually lower it. So it's, I don't know if you could see down here, it's actually got the 2 positions, 1 and 2. All right, so if I want to notch it into there, that's going to be the lowest. If I want to notch it into the top, that's going to be the highest, which is going to be better for me. All right, so not bad. You know, steel handle, right? Steel deck. Okay, I did want to grab 2 pictures to show you the height settings. They're very limited, honestly. So this is the low setting, and the next picture you're going to see is the high setting. That's it, okay? So I definitely struggled under my holly bushes. You know, if you have to get under bushes, it just doesn't go low enough. I will say, though, it was fine for me at my height at 6'2". The only trouble I had so far is this handle only has 2 positions. And, you know, getting under bushes isn't as easy as it is with the Ego with the 3 positions. The bagger seems to be made well, pretty thick. It was already partially assembled when it came in the box. I like that. They also have a very solid system here as far as how to put the bagger in. As you can see, again, steel, right? Steel goes right in there, not going to break. All you do is take your bagger and put it in, and you're done. Closing the handle is pretty simple. All you do again is you open up these blue latches here, lay this guy down. All right, and to my knowledge it should have a lock position. It does, so look at that. So basically, because you know, when you're going to want to put this away, you're going to want to lock this. All right, okay, and now you can actually just lift this from the handle, and you now have that real nice storage position. One of the things I was talking about earlier with stability is, you know, the frame where you put the handle becomes the actual part the mower leans on when it's in storage mode. So that's kind of nice, okay? I was showing that in the grass earlier. But now let's take a look under the deck. So we've got a 22-inch deck, okay? All right, 22 inches. And the blade itself, I think it measures about 21 inches. So when we take and measure, you know, the deck itself, inside the deck, we definitely have a 22-inch deck inside. Blade to blade, we're looking at a 21-inch blade, okay? So you are getting a larger blade because you have a larger deck. This is called their atomic blade, by the way. And this is kind of like a hybrid blade in my experience so far. So you got your gator style a little bit aggressive. You've got your lifts where you're cutting, okay? So they call that the atomic blade. I love the name, you know, God. And look at the deck. You know, this is really, when you talk about deck efficiency, It's pretty darn good. You know, you get this really nice, you know, solid deck, right? You know, very smooth deck for the most part. Obviously, as grass flies around your deck and gets cut up like vitamins for your lawn. All right, the other thing I wanted to show you, and I'm going to take off the camera, is the motor is sealed up really well. I am impressed. I got down on my hands and my knees to take a look at this here to see, you know, kind of long term, right? We always think long term, what's going to get wet, what's going to get damaged. So you see the motor is really sealed pretty well. Back here I can actually see the I can see the actual belt drive in the back that actually runs through here to the motor itself there as well to run the blade. Okay, so yeah, that's the motor. Honestly, it seems to be a really sealed up motor and a nice deck. Okay, I put the unit down because I want you to see that, you know, this doesn't include a mulch plug because it's built in. And if I mentioned this before, the side discharge isn't on here because it's an optional rear side discharge. So it would be something that you would get through Toro that would actually go right in here and actually shoot grass out, I believe, to the left side, okay? But that's a part that you would get through them. But notice this little lever here. And from the front, it basically is set to bag. You push this in, you pull it all the way in the back. It does have locking positions, which is really nice. That is recycle. All right, that means that the back is now closed, as you can see. But if I open it, it takes this panel and lifts it all the way up, locks it in place, and now you're ready for bagging. Not bad. As far as wheel size, this beast here has 8-inch in the front. I mean, and as you can see, they're really, the pattern on them is pretty crazy, okay? So rear, you got 8-inch in the front, you got 11 inches in the back. Again, they did redesign this, so, you know, we'll see how it does, but I mean, it just seems extremely easy to push. I'm pretty sure these are ball bearing. I'd have to look that up. All right, the other thing I want to talk about is the settings here, right? So to adjust your deck, you go anywhere from 1 inch to 4 inches, okay? Now, the difference with this one here is they stuck with their system where you adjust each of the wheels, okay? So all you do is take and this little setting here, and if you want to drop it down, you drop it, and so on and so forth. It'll actually just take and adjust the wheel. So this is lower, obviously higher, okay? All right, I want to do a sound test. All right, here we go. Okay, now put the bungee cord on and see how it sounds at the motor. All right, I'll put my hand on the motor like I always do. Okay guys, I'll put some numbers up in a minute so you can see the close and the far sound test, okay? Now, I will tell you, I found a way to do push mowing without using the personal pace, okay? If you saw the cut that I did just a few minutes ago, I was struggling with just wanting to push it and not using personal pace. Now, I was pleasantly surprised with personal pace. It's been a while, and it really follows your personal pace. It really does. I mean, I hate to say it, but it does. And it's been a while since I've used that. But if you want to use this as a push mower and you don't want to use self-propel, just get yourself a bungee cord, okay? That's all you got to do, is get yourself a bungee cord. And, you know, this thing doesn't have to be all the way down, by the way. So I'm going to just wrap this one more time. But this is now a push mower, okay? And if I want to start push mowing, all I have to do now is push this button. And that's it, guys. I can push mow, okay? That's what I like doing. So is that cool or what? All right, we're going to try on the personal pace. We're going to try these, you know, the slowest speed possible. There's no setting, as you know, so she's going to go ahead and try to just go as slow as she can with personal pace, so we could show you what that looks like. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and do the fastest, and keep in mind this really isn't fast, but it'll be the fastest this thing goes, just to show you. That's kind of like 2.5 miles an hour, something like that, if I had to guess. Toro said they don't have any speed ratings on personal pace. All right, guys, we're about to do a maintenance cut. And the one thing I learned about this system here that they have for adjustments is it's got 9 settings, actually. So, you know, this is 1. The middle is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So that's pretty nice if you really want to adjust the cut from 1 to 4 inches. But, you know, this is giving you additional, you know, 2 additional settings. I set this for 2.5 inches. All right, that is kind of the cut that I like. So we're going to do a maintenance cut, and then I'm going to do a bag also. So I'm going to do half the lawn bag and half the lawn mulch, and we'll take a look at the cut. I guess here is a nice before. All right, so we can look at what it looks like before the cut. Again, I'm going to cut half this lawn mulch. I'm going to cut the other with bag. Okay, so we'll take a look at it and see what it looks like when we're done. All right, guys, just want to stop for a minute because, again, this is a small patch. I think I did my half already, and then I'm going to put the bagger on in a second. Just want to take a look for a sec. Okay, yeah, that's about half. All right, nice stripes. I don't see any mess here, I'll tell you. You know, looks pretty clean. Looks pretty clean. Personal pace, huh? All right, well, Let me go here. Open that up now, so that's open. Okay, we are going to now bag. So we can kind of look at, what does it look like with the bag, with the Vortex, right? This is a small maintenance cut. Okay. Well, I have to tell you, the personal pace is amazing. I mean, you know, God, I haven't used it in so long, but, you know, I don't like using self-propel. I like pushing. Obviously, I got this for testing. I usually do all my tests with pushing, but it's just so natural, you know? I mean, if you just push a little bit, it goes ahead, and if you push even more, it goes faster. I mean, I went at a nice pace, and so we're going to pull out the mulch in a second. I want to take a look at that, but let me get ahead of, I guess, let's go back in this corner and take a look. Again, I'm going to see more than you can, right? But well, I think that was the view we had in the big picture. Okay, but you know, you can't really tell. I'm trying to really see if I see a better cut on the bagging side, you know, with that Vortex, right? Because the Vortex will work on both ways. It'll work for your mulching, and it'll work obviously for your bagging because it's always there. But there it goes. This is the left side with the bag, and right side with just the mulch. Now, again, this took off maybe a ½ inch of grass. Okay, guys, I don't even see, and I'm looking hard. I'm looking for a straggler. I'm like, come on, but I don't see a straggler. You know, and honestly, you just see the stripes. I mean, you can really see that piece of rubber on the back of the mower ends up creating some nice stripes, if you see that there. Let's go ahead and empty the bag for a second. I just want to look at the clippings, you know. Very interested in seeing how well it cuts up the clippings. So let's go ahead and take this off and empty it and take a peek. All right, it's all out. Yeah, I mean, you know, really nice. Look at these. Nice. No, I mean, obviously we didn't cut high grass, so it did a really good job. This is a really good size of mulch. You know, if it's going to cut that and throw it back into the lawn like vitamins, seriously. It'll be interesting too to see how much battery was used for that little patch. Let's take a peek. All right, so it used 1 bar. Listen, this is 40-minute runtime on this thing. It used one bar for that patch there. So, you know, it looks like if someone's got a larger yard, they're going to need 2 of those or a 7.5 amp hour battery. Okay, guys, we're going to do a little higher cut. Not as high as I normally do because I'm still trying to get this patch to grow. all right? But I have this set at 73 millimeters, which is 2.78 inches, all right? So a little higher than my previous cut, which was 2.5 inches. So just the next notch up. We're on bagger. We're gonna bag. We're gonna test the Vortex to see if it can suck up this grass, all right? And you know, definitely you see it as a higher patch of grass. Okay, so definitely gonna do a little challenge here. Grass height here, if I can get this all the way down. I've got some as high as 7 inches. Sorry, I got some about as high as 7 inches. It's kind of the highest I see. Okay, so we're gonna cut that down under 3 inches, right? 2.78 inches. I'm not really good at that, but let's see how it goes. We are bagging. We're gonna check out this Vortex and see how it works. So I've got no choice. I gotta use the personal base for now. I don't have my bungee cord. So push this in. Little rev up. Okay, let's go ahead and just take a look real quick. So we got a nice strip here, and let's just see how it looks. I mean, not bad, you know. It definitely got some mulch a little bit, you know. I mean, I guess around the wheel area, some mulch around the wheel area. I'm trying to see if there's any stragglers. You know, it wasn't a big cut, right? But I do have a straggler here. Just kind of, I call these stragglers, guys, by the way. And then my mohawks are different from what you call a mohawk. So on my channel, you'll realize a mohawk for me is going to be a patch of grass that it missed. This is a straggler, all right? I got 1 straggler, 2 stragglers. So, you know, again, a higher grass, about 7 inches. You know, we cut off about 4 inches, right? Not bad, not bad. I mean, definitely a maintenance cut. I didn't see any stragglers on a maintenance cut. I don't see a lot of stragglers here, okay? And while we're bagging, I always like to pull this back to see, you know, if it left any mulch towards the front. And it didn't do that, so it's not bad. It gets close enough to the fence, so it has a good cutting system. And there you go, guys. All right. You know, again, here's the mulch that, if you look at, and I see, you know, so I don't know about that Vortex, huh? I'm excited about it, but, you know. All right, guys, I dropped it to a 3. I'm gonna go ahead and try a cut again on the same cut to see if it really cleans it up, you know. Gonna go nice and slow. A little uneven there, so you get a ramp up. Okay, now let's take a look. I mean, that's 2 passes, right? 2 passes, cut a little shorter. You see the red now, right? This lawn's been stressed in this corner because of the testing. But, I don't see, you know, I definitely cleaned it up, you know. You still see some stragglers, you know. I mean, I think the suction, you know, you really think about that Vortex, you get very excited. Look, I'm anal because I have to be, because you guys expect me to be, but I don't see stragglers, so that's good. Just see some dry mulch maybe that couldn't get sucked in. A little bit, not a lot. Okay, how does the front look? And that's it on this one. All right, front looks good. Front looks good. We'll take the long look real quick. All right, guys, so here's some final thoughts along with some pros and cons, okay? So I have to say I was probably a little bit overexcited as far as the Vortex technology is concerned. Now, again, I haven't used this enough to really do the test, okay? But it did well, but my expectations definitely were probably a little too high. So let me just say that. Let's see what happens long term, and I'd like to do a long-term video on it. Listen, the mower is made well. It's got a solid feel. I definitely want to use it more. So again, definitely going to probably work on a long-term video. Runtime, listen, about 3/4 into mowing my 5,000 square foot lawn, I had to charge the battery. So it's kind of correct. With a 6 amp hour battery, you're getting about 45 minutes, but I probably got more around the 35, 40 minute range, okay? I guess I'll start off with cons and then end up with the pros. I think that's a good way to go. So warranty is my first con. It's only got a 2-year warranty on the mower and a 3-year on the battery. And that's not bad on the battery, but 2 years on the mower, that's not good. It's a tiny warranty to me. Handle height would be my second con, but probably for shorter people, right? I mean, for me, I'm 6'2", it worked fine. My fiance tried it, and she said, it just didn't really feel right. It's a little too high because it's only got the 2 settings. Hopefully you saw the pictures I posted in the video. Another con, steel deck, right? So some people love steel decks, but obviously over time they can rust. It's going to take probably forever to do that. Some people love a steel deck. They love the extra weight. They feel that helps with their cut. But to me, that's one of the cons. Wheel height adjustment, because you have to adjust every wheel. I put that in as a con. Again, it's got its advantages. It's got 9 settings. You can customize your cut, but it's work, and that doesn't work for everyone, especially. Batteries are expensive. That's another con, but it seems more like a reality when you have a good battery mower. Last con would be it doesn't have a push option, right? So, they designed this personal pace system. It's a nice system, but you're going to have to grab a bungee cord in order to use push, because this has to be down, connected to this in order to actually do push. Now, sometimes you want the exercise, right? Again, not a major one, but just figured I'd share that. All right, let's finish it up with the pros. So my first pro is the personal pace system. It took me a while. I haven't used this since 2017 or 2018 with my gas recycler. I had a 22-inch. It is so smooth and so natural, and anyone at any age can use personal pace. So like that. 22-inch deck is another pro. Definitely having that 1 inch more helps your cut. And if you want a 25-inch, you'll probably have to go for some other models. They're out there. All right, my next pro is the 60-volt flex force system. So it's a good system, and they've got a bunch of tools, and a couple more coming. So keep an eye on that. I'll tell you something. My next pro is cut quality. I really found, especially on the maintenance cut, wow. I mean, really, really nice cut. On the higher grass, it didn't really impress me. It was so-so. But the maintenance cut really comes out really nice. If you mow your lawn often, you'll be happy. Another one of my pros, I love this battery and the handle. I just, little simple things, right? So nice to have a battery with a handle. The mulch plug is built in, so I kind of consider that a pro, because you're not going to lose your mulch plug. You just use this handle. And I have to say the overall build quality in the mower, they've been around since 1914. So I'm not surprised that they make a good mower. The wheels feel right. The deck is strong. The battery system, the handle is solid. So no complaints there at all. Hey guys, take a moment and give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. As you can see, Brooklyn, she's waving her tail for you. Take a moment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell and you'll get notified of new videos we come out with. Also, follow us and contact us on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.